Welcome to the Tribune Scouting Report. I'm Jennifer Fierro here at the Hibachi on the Faith Academy campus. The Flames lost their district opener at Kerrville Our Lady of the Hills 82-46 last week, and now they're on a bye. So that means they have 2 weeks to stew over this loss. We're going to ask head coach Russ Roberts how the Flames will be using the next several weeks, and then of course we're going to check in with our expert Mark Earwood on what the Flames can do to shore things up. All that and more on the Tribune Scouting Report coming right up. We're back. We want to thank you for joining us wherever and however you're able to. We want to welcome head coach Russ Roberts of Faith Academy onto the set. And coach, sorry that the district opener didn't go your way, losing 82-46 to Kerrville Our Lady of the Hills. But you expected this game to be very, very difficult. Obviously, Our Lady of the Hills is one of the favorites to get out of this district and get in the playoffs.
Yeah, we understood going in that they were one of the top teams. All the polls pointed that way. They were a favorite to 45 us. I'm sure there are some people that woke up Saturday morning surprised that they didn't. That was not our thinking, nor was it our goal. But I am thankful that we didn't let them do it.
What did you think your team learned from that? Because it sounds like they did gain some confidence. You know, as you said, to not be mercy ruled, that's pretty good. With
a 17-year-old boy, you never know if they learn anything. I mean, you're not sure they learned anything from the date they had last night. But basically, what I think we did is we played well. In our previous 2 losses, both of them we had either 4 turnovers or 5 turnovers. We were -1 for this game. That's a step up. Against Fredericksburg, we didn't move the ball well at all. We moved the ball better than we had more rushing yards than Kerrville did. Passing game was our weakness, but we still maintained a good yards per snap average. We moved the ball well. We didn't finish drives, and that was the unfortunate thing, and that's what happened time and time again in the second half. We did not finish drives, and hopefully we've seen the error of our ways there, and hopefully we can correct that. But I think we did come out. One of the things we did do is we did come out in a crucial situation, and we did execute. We just didn't do it enough. I think that hopefully is the thing we'll take out of the game.
So you guys are now what, 3-2 on the season? 3 and
3
on the season.
0-1 in district.
Okay. Obviously, Kerrville Our Lady of the Hills, one of the favorites, as I mentioned before. Now y'all are on the bye week. How are you spending your bye?
Well, first of all, you kind of give the kids a little break, give them a little time off. You know, if you're at a traditional football power like Plano or Groveton or Odessa Permian, you know, you might not want to do that. But our kids have, I mean, they have other interests, they have other things they like to do, and they've been giving us a lot of time. So we give them a little time off. We took the day off, didn't have a workout today at all. And we'll shorten the workouts a little bit, but we'll also try to spend the time wisely, work on our skills, work on our talents, try to keep the momentum we did have going, given the momentum was not going completely the way we wanted it to, but try to keep our positive momentum going straight forward. Once again, like what every coach should be doing every week this season, is finding out what his players do well and basing his attack on that, finding out what they do well defensively and basing their strengths on that, and then, if there is time, identifying what you're doing poorly and trying to correct those things.
I have a feeling that you'd like to use a lot of this bye week working on your passing game. Would that be fair?
Well, it would be fair, but it's not any different. The one drill that we have done every day for the last 4 weeks has been Pack Go, which is a passing drill, which works on our throwing ability and our catching ability. Now, one of the things that I wanted to get to yesterday that we didn't get to quite as much as I wanted was to throw and catch with coverage. And again, look at how do you respond to tight coverage, and do you throw, and if you do, where do you throw? And we didn't get to that as much as I wanted to yesterday. But yeah, we definitely need to work on our passing, but that's not new. We've done that all along.
So where will you be Friday night then?
I'll be scouting.
Do you know where yet?
I sure do.
You going to tell me?
No.
Well, you can't blame a girl for trying.
No, I can't blame you for trying.
How about injuries? Have you guys stayed pretty healthy this season for the first
Not
few
as
weeks?
healthy as we'd like. Of course, we lost Michael Penner at Allen Academy game. He dislocated that shoulder, and I think it's healing pretty well. But Michael is out. And then Jason Bird re-injured his ankle. Now, the good news about Jason is he did go back into the game and finish the game for us, but he wasn't 100%. And had a little trouble yesterday, stepped into one of our cracks in our field out there and twisted a little bit, and we had to pull off of him. So, no, we're not as healthy as we'd like to be, but we're probably as healthy as we could expect to be. We're probably a lot healthier. We're a lot healthier than the Mustangs. You know, we don't have that kind of a deal to deal with, and I shudder to think and pray for them because of it. Because that's tragic. That is tragic, and we're not there. And I knock on wood and thank the Lord, and we'll move on.
Okay, Coach, enjoy the bye week and all the best in your travels, even though you won't tell me where you're going.
That's part of it.
And we'll be right back.
Caring for you like family is not just our motto, it is our commitment to our patients. At Texas Hills Urgent Care Centers, our highly trained nurses, physicians, and staff know that your health and your family's health are important. With weekend and evening hours, Texas Hills Urgent Care Centers is here for all your family's health care needs, including treatment for illnesses, injuries, school and travel vaccinations, as well as many other services. Located on Highway 71 in Bee Cave and on Highway 281 in Marble Falls. Convenient and professional medical care is just around the corner.
Thanks for staying with us. With me now is Administrator Mark Yearwood of Faith Academy. And Coach, you've had a chance now to see the Flames for 6 games. Must be very disappointed, not in the boys especially, but simply with the result over Kerrville, Our Lady of the Hills. What were your impressions?
Well, my impressions were that Kerrville had one great athlete. And in 6-man, a lot of times when you have a single athlete that is capable of running and throwing, it becomes the goal of that team to spread the field out as wide as you can, get defenders far away, and really have their best athlete go against at least 2 of your defenders and see who wins. And in this case, Kerrville had an athlete that could run and could throw, and he was really a remarkable 6-man athlete, and he was the difference in the ball game.
Yeah, more than 300 yards. I believe Walker had 300 yards rushing and passed for all of the 250-something yards in the quarterback category there.
Correct.
So, man, that must have been is he the best dual threat athlete you've seen all season in 6-man?
The best that I've seen this season, yes. Yeah, he's the best. That's called a spread back, when they can either run it or throw it, and it puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Defense, if they get too aggressive and coming after him, he can throw the ball 50 yards down the field. He had that kind of arm. And if they laid back and played coverage, then he would tuck the ball and run. So he put a lot of pressure on it. I guess the best way for people to understand it would be about like what Vince Young used to do when he was at Texas. You play the pass too much, he'll run you to death. You play him to run, he can throw it on you. So that's what this kid did. He's a very, very good football player.
How hard is it going into a bye with a loss then?
You know, I'm not so sure it's a bad thing because the boys really didn't play that poorly. The score may sound like they didn't play well. The difference for our team continues to be turnovers. Turnovers continue to be the Achilles heel of this squad. It was the undoing against Bryan, and it was the undoing against Kerrville. And, you know, there's a lot of personal bias going into this, but I'm not sure that the best team won both of those games. I think it's one of those deals where the best team that night won those games, because these guys dropped. We put the ball on the ground quite a bit, and that's what's been the undoing of this team this year.
So, confident, how are the boys this week, what you've noticed?
Well, I think they are confident. I think they saw enough good things, especially that they did offensively. You can tell that the offense is really beginning to come into its own. So they came away from that with a great deal of confidence, and they know now their backs are against the wall. You know, they're going to have to perform in these next several games, and the schedule doesn't get any easier. Our opponents are looking at it. They're seeing Faith Academy at 3-3, and they're thinking they see a team that's vulnerable. So they're going to come in with a little bit of confidence, and our boys are going to have to respond to that challenge.
Okay. Coach, look forward to hearing from you next week as the boys prepare for San Antonio Lutheran. We'll be right back with some closing thoughts.
Fall season in Texas calls for Sunday afternoons with friends, football, and of course, barbecue. At Bill Smith Butane, we take care of your fuel needs. Refill your propane bottles at one of our convenient locations and save big money on regular exchange prices. Bill Smith Butane.
The Flames do have a bye this week, which means they have 2 weeks to concentrate on their passing game. Remember, they've been able to grind out 250 yards on the ground, which has helped them tremendously. But they've also had some issues with their passing game. Therefore, look for freshman Hannah Shipley to continue to step in at quarterback and work on that passing game throughout the next several days. That will pay dividends for the Flames when they come back to face San Antonio Lutheran right after the bye. Of course, you can count on us next week to get with head coach Russ Roberts and Mark Yearwood to talk about the Flames and their chances in district play. Until then, Jennifer Fierro, we'll catch you next week.